So basically, I'm just a licensed pilot who was simply out of practice. So it's been a year that since my last flight in Honolulu. So I
Mhm.
recently regained my currency by flying with another instructor, Orhan. So during that flight, we did conducted multiple landings and reviewed the proficiency, and we completed all the maneuvers and many procedures. So that things were doing good at that day. So on June the 7th, so I went to a solo flight in November 1004 Echo to further practice my flying skills that day.
Mhm.
So I went to a bay tour myself during my return to the Palo Alto Tower. Um, I had two landings, two like which were not that successful. So, and I realizing, and I couldn't establish a very stable landing on the ground after I established my aircraft with flare. So realizing that, and after bouncing a couple of times, so I had some um, feeling that I need some help.
Yeah.
I wasn't very sure what type of help I get, so I can talk about more if you want to
Sure,
introduce that.
yeah. Yeah, we will review some of the most interesting parts of the video. Um, I think you made the right call, and everyone in the comments was like, "Hey, Hope, we're with you because we can have that moment because of turbulence or any other situation in the air." Then we got nervous, and we need to relax, and we need to do what we need to do. And in that case, you asked for help, you tried to land, you couldn't do it, and you asked for help. And again, we will review the situation here.
So I started my private license in Palo Alto Airport. However, I am just saying I just had a one flight in Honolulu 1 year ago. So yeah. So this is my home airport, Palo Alto Airport.
I need to welcome Doran as well. Thank you very much, Doran, for being with us. We will listen to your voice here in just a moment. And during the video, you were the instructor that coincidentally were you guys on the aircraft were on the frequency at the precise moment to hear from Hope and finally help Hope down land the aircraft.
Correct. So first, thanks for having me here. I'm Duran. I'm a flight instructor. I happen to be at the right place at the right time. When that whole thing unfolded, I I came on frequency a bit late. I didn't know what was going on. I just heard that, hey, there's a pilot that needs help, so I jumped in. Um, I'm an instructor. I've been flying privately for 25, 26 years. I've been an instructor since 2020, about 4,000 flight hours, and mostly I instruct in Palo Alto. And it is correct that Palo Alto is a challenging airport. It's a relatively short runway, and the airspace is very complex around us. But whoever learns to fly in Palo Alto feels very comfortable because pilots always feel comfortable in their home airport.
So we will review parts of the video. We will start with the first call from Hope, checking in with Palo Alto Tower when she is returning from the Bay. It's that what you call the Bay Tour?
Bay
Um,
tour, correct.
Bay Tour. Okay.
Track 100 Echo Palo Alto Tower, make left traffic on 831.
Left side traffic at 310 for Echo.
904 Echo, when able, start a descent to pattern altitude.
Descending, pattern altitude 0 for Echo.
So the 0 for Echo, number 3, Choctaw follows the Satavia approaching your left wing on a 1.5 mile, final 500 feet indicated, runway 31 clear to land.
31 clear to land, number 3, looking for traffic on my left. Traffic inside, 0 for Echo.
Yeah, I think during that landing, so even though I established a stable approach when descending on the final, so however, I experienced a bouncing while landing, while entering, um, so I mean, approaching the ground after like a feeling about the ground effect. So I'm thinking I flared a little bit too early. That was why the bouncing happened. So, and then I immediately went around.
Perfect. So
Yeah.
just make sure, because Doron and I were talking about this yesterday. Was this a bouncing? Did you actually touch the ground, or was this like ballooning, what we call, like, because of ground effect, you were maybe coming too fast, you couldn't touch the ground actually?
I touched the ground. I bounced
Okay.
a couple times, so that's why I went around immediately.
Okay, perfect. So during this attempt, Doron, you were actually not taxiing yet.
Well, I was probably at the run-up area
Huh?
at this point in time. I was not on frequency. We were still on ground frequency, so I was not aware of anything that was going on. But first thing I need to say, the first good decision, Hope, that you made was going around, of course, because it's always a good decision to go around. And especially if you're saying that you bounced 2 times, that can develop into or basically end up with a prop strike. So, you bounce 1 time, bounce second time, yeah, go around. That was absolutely, the right decision to do. I realized then that happened multiple times, and then you made the next great decision, which was to ask for help and say, hey, I have a problem here. But the first good decision definitely was going around. So always be ready to go around. So that was great.
Yes.
And I have to also commend you for staying calm the whole time, right? You handled the radios perfectly. All the communications were perfect. So, and I think we can see that from, the tens or hundreds of comments that we got on the video where, basically people are commending you for doing the right thing.
Jack 0 for Echo, follow the Satavia and the F1. They're going to be making right traffic at the outer bridge.
Outer bridge, right traffic. Need some help for landing, 0 for Echo.
Jack 0 for Echo, roger. Just make left traffic.
Left traffic, 0 for Echo.
So this, Hope, is after your second landing attempt, and then you realize, like, hey, I need some help, and you asked for it.
That's right. So the second time, like it resulted in even harder bounce. So even the AHAR system was briefly showed the red cross for about 10 seconds. So yeah, when I was at upwind of 3-1, so when tower is talking to me, I realized I need to ask for some help, even though I didn't know what types of help I need. However, I do think that yeah, so probably people give me some instructions about the landing procedures that will remind me whatever I should do to fix it. Yeah, but yeah, we can continue watching.
I just want to land, so can you call my instructor or him, Buster?
Hey, firm, we're trying to get somebody up now. Do you want to just hold till they come up?
This is Duran Naz. I'm an instructor in West Valley. Do you need help?
Hey, firm, 0 for Echo. There's an instructor on frequency if you want to ask some questions to him.
Hope, is that you? What's going on?
He or hand, this is Hope.
Sir, this is not Orhan. This is Duran. I'm also a CFI in West Valley. What's going on?
Hello, I cannot land. I'm a little bit scared of like the bouncing every time I approach to the ground. and like.
Okay, so
We landed in.
Yeah.
so here's so we moved to tower frequency. I heard that hey something is going on, and I understood that you hope you weren't able to land. And then the first thing that came to my mind is okay, we need to calm you down. So I know I can't teach you how to fly over the radio. That doesn't work, right? So so the only thing I can do is calm you down and just make it a nice conversation as if I'm sitting next to you, although I'm not sitting next to you and I can't see what you're doing with the yoke. I can't see what really what the attitude of the plane is, what the speed is, etc. But I can just sort of make it feel more comfortable. So first thing I did, because I only had the whole conversation was on a tail number basis, right? 04 Echo. So I went online right away to the club scheduling system just to see who you are, right? That's how I knew who you are. I did not, I don't think we ever met before, but I saw that that's your name. So I asked, hey, Hope, is that you? Because I wanted to make the conversation on a first name basis. I think it's much more relaxing when it's an open first name basis conversation instead of, hey, 04 Echo, do this, do that. The first thought that crossed my mind was that, well, Palo Alto is a short runway, so maybe use, a different runway in the area. And that's what I suggested here. However, at that time, the student, Brendan, that was with me in the plane, he actually looked up and he saw that it seems that the weather in the other airports, Hayward, for example, was actually much worse than Palo Alto at the time. So he told me like, well, no, that might not be a good idea. And the second thought, of course, is that if Palo Alto is your home airport, then, the length of the runway is, I mean, it's 2,400 feet. It's not that short. It's not a short field per se. So
So you are an instructor for West Valley. Is that the name of the academy?
Correct. West Valley Flying Club. It's one of the big academies here in the area.
Do you guys are based in Palo Alto, but you fly anywhere else or only Palo Alto?
So specifically our club, we have planes in both Palo Alto and San Carlos.
Okay. So yeah, so you knew that Hope was actually a student or a pilot for that academy there.
Correct. I mean that plane, I know that plane well, so I know that plane. And then when she asked for Orhan, he is a good friend of mine, and
Exactly, yeah.
and that's why I just jumped in. Yeah.
So yeah, I also think that the best decision was to keep Hope flying in Palo Alto. When I first listened to the audio and heard you suggest going to Hayward, I was like, I don't know if that would be a good idea. Maybe because you don't know how familiar she is with Hayward, and
Correct.
if I remember correctly, Hayward is the other side of the bay. So at that point, you don't know how safe she is already. So in my personal opinion, I would prefer the aircraft to stay here close so I can help her here.
Correct. So that was absolutely, so this is the first thing that came to my mind. I suggested it, and then
I
It
think
was
I
like, no, no, no,
abandoned
no,
that
no.
idea very quickly. Sorry.
Yeah, it was like, no, no, no for you, like the first opinion, and then you changed your mind as well, and you said like, hey, no, stay here, and I can see you, I can hear you, so we can land.
Correct.
Okay, let's
I think
continue
that's
on
a
with
great
the. Oh yeah, Hope.
I
Yeah.
think that's a great idea. I was processing that idea and didn't respond right away because I'm thinking about how compact that their airspace will be and not as familiar as Palo Alto Airport. And the same thing here is that I need to check the weather, the frequency, the runway, etc. So I think it might add a lot of load to my mental fatigue. Like, and if I need to flew there, that's why I paused and didn't respond right away. But I do think that was a great suggestion.
You were doing the right thing. Is aviate, navigate, and communicate. You were first of all you were maintaining the aircraft flying, wings level, altitude, and everything, and then you were actually flying the pattern as well around Palo Alto. So that was very good. And as Doron said before, your communications were very good as well. So let's continue on with this pattern, the right pattern that you are doing, and the help from Doron.
Would you feel more comfortable landing in Hayward? They have a long runway and you can sort of take it easy. Or you can, how many landings have you had? I mean,
Yeah.
So here I was not sure, what stage you're at in terms of, because I assumed that you're a student pilot, but I did not know. So I wanted to know, are you in one of your first solos, later? Are you a private pilot or not? And I think when I also had some time to process and understand what's going on, and I came to the realization that, hey, again, I can't teach you how to fly over the radio, and your problem was landing. So my thought was, okay, so first of all, let's get the landing out of the equation, right? So let's have you come in without the intention to land. So if that's what's freaking you out, then let's have you do it without the pressure of actually landing. Just come in, make it a nice approach without landing, and let's see how that goes. I think that somewhere inside, I hope that that would actually take the pressure out and you will land, which ended up that way. I did not know though. But okay, let's continue.
okay, Hope. Do you wanna just try coming into land? Don't intend to land. Coming to land. Just make it a stable approach. Come next to the runway and then go around, just to get comfortable with landing. Have you tried coming to land earlier today?
We're saying coming to land and hold and don't actually landing. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, just to sort of relax, coming to land, do the hold approach, do the final, feel comfortable with final, and don't intend to land. Just go around, go back up, and then see how you feel after that. You want to do that?
Good idea.
Sky 0 for Echo, Palo Alto Tower, runway 31, clear for the options.
0 for the option, 0 for Echo. Runway 31.
Again, and before the landing, I want to give a shout out to that controller, because the way he managed his own airspace was perfect. Like the airspace, you can see there are no, compared to the first moments of the incidents when Hope was entering the pattern there with many airplanes, you can see that there are no more airplanes now, because he said the rest of the airplanes to land full stop. So the airspace now is all full for Hope, and yeah, that was fantastic as well on his side.
So I was to be honest, I was calm all the way, the entire process. However, I feel like I didn't gain didn't gain the feeling of stabling touchdown. So, however, when Doran gave me the suggestion to mentally prepare for that go around, I was simply being reminded by him. So stay focused on and prevent to be rushed to landing. So I think that really helped me properly set up for the real touchdown at that moment.
Yeah, this is a perfect example of how important it is to go around as well. We go around once, we go around twice, and we're just learning about the feeling of the aircraft. If we have a crosswind or we have a gusty wind, the first go around is not a failed landing. It is an experience for the second attempt. And if the second attempt doesn't work, it is another experience for the third try. And it's a very good example for a learning experience and for student pilots as well. So let's continue on just for the landing and let's see how it developed.
Okay, I hope you're doing a good job. Nice.
I'm sorry, 6 out of 0, hold position. I'm sorry, 6 out of 0, hold position.
Puesta 6 out of 0.
Moving over there.
Okay, what's your speed, Hope?
$67.
That's a good final. Looking good. Good job. Engine idle. That was perfect. Good job.
Thank you. I was just exhausted, like, however, right now. It's great.
But audio quality there on the ground. So from here, congratulations to you both, because the job done there, including the controller, again, I say it was perfect. So Hope, how was the feeling there in short final, knowing that you, let's say, didn't achieve to land in the previous attempts, and how was it at this moment? You were so confident that you were going to do it.
Yeah, so I gave myself confidence every time I approached to land. So this time when I had that feeling that I need to go around, and I treat this as a practice. I need to go around and come to land a couple of times. I might need to I might be able to land to execute the real landing. So, however, when I feel the airplane has been slowed down on the ground, I just idle the power and it really landed. So, yeah, I was yeah, that just happened. So with the good feeling of landing. So
Very good job. Very good job. Actually, Doran, how did you experience that few seconds before the landing, seeing Hope coming into land, short final, and finally landing?
Yeah, I think I expressed what I thought right there on the radio, right? So I was positioned right there at the beginning of the runway, or holding short of the runway, so I saw everything. You did a great job. It was a great stable final approach. It was all good. Then you landed. I remember actually a case in the past where a student landed and instead of pulling the engine to idle, he added power and then tried to brake and then
Wow.
crashed into the fence at the end of the runway. That's why I said engine idle there to just make sure that you're taking the
Yeah,
throttle back. But
that's
it was all
important,
good.
because in those moments maybe they forget about it, about the basic and easy things. Maybe we forget about it too. So as simple as it is to just pull the power back to idle, maybe we forget about it, and it's and you don't know why the airplane is not braking and reducing airspeed, and that's because you forgot about it. So that was a very good call as well. You, Doron, after this incident, you continued with your flight. Actually, you went out normally to the park.
Correct. Yeah, I was just starting a lesson then, so
Okay.
I was flying for another hour after that.
Okay,
That's
and
why I did not meet you at the club.
yeah, I figured. And Hope, after you vacated the runway, you taxied back to the apron normally. And did you receive any notice about your instructor Orhan or any other people there?
Uh-huh. So actually, Orhan was just the previous instructor I flew with. He was not my private license instructor.
Mhm.
So yeah, so I met a couple of folks in the club, and I briefly talked about my situation, and then I told them that there's a small squawk about that 04 echo, um, but not stopping DVFR being processed. So right after that, I do get get to know from people that was Doran. So I texted Dora immediately, say I really appreciate your help and talk about the situation via text.
Again, thank you very much to both of you guys for being here, for showing your impressions and your experiences. As always, I do in my interviews, it's like having you tell us about maybe some advices for the future, for yourself and for future pilots as well. So, Doron, if you want to say something else about the situation or anything you want to say, now it's the moment.
But I think it was a great example, Hope, of you managing or what we call ADM or aeronautical decision making, right? So first of all, you flew the plane, you did the go arounds, that was all perfect. You managed the radios perfectly, and most importantly, you asked for help because that basically broke the chain, and it allowed it happened to be me. It could have been someone else, and just to interject and change the course of things. And second thing is, there was some confusion. Are you a student pilot? Are you a private pilot? I don't think that matters a lot. What I tell when my students actually go and pass the FAA check ride and get their license, I always tell them, well, this is a license to learn. And as pilots, we always learn something new every flight. And Victor, you can attest to that as well,
Absolutely.
I'm sure. We're always learning and we're always on a trajectory to improve. So it has nothing to do with you being a student pilot or a private pilot. It doesn't matter. We're always learning. We're always trying to improve. And if we can take an incident and learn from it, learn from other people's incidents, that's all good, and we make ourselves just better pilots.
Exactly. Very good words there because, VASAviation, I don't know if you knew about VASAviation prior to this video, but on VASAviation, we post incidents, emergencies, accidents, and, we have to learn from them. We have to learn from the tragedies, but also with these incidents here because for student pilots, this can be very, very instructive. And myself, I am learning every day. I'm listening to new audios or working on new videos. I learn more and more. So hope same for you. If you want to say something, anything you want to say, it's the time now.
Sure. So based on my experience, I do recommend those pilots don't fly often because we have a full-time job. It's difficult for us to always maintain our proficiency. So I do recommend private pilots flying whenever they want to regain their proficiency, flying a little bit more than you thought you should be. And that could give you more confidence or more muscle memory about whatever you need to know in the air. Also, as a private pilot and a POC, when you're taking friends or you're by yourself. So basically, we always have to take full ownership of the flight. And I really would like to share my experience that taking a couple of breaths, keep calm and be patient and be confident and trust yourself. And those are important things when you're building that mindset. So in the air, especially in the air, when you have some trouble. So, and I always trust people around me. So I think this time I do trust the tower, trust the Doran, trust myself as well. So that really helped me a lot with the final good landing.
Exactly. I love those final words. You trusted the controller, you trusted Duran, and finally, you trusted yourself as well. So that was really cool. So again, congratulations to you both. Congratulations, Hope, to you personally, because that was a very good move. Asking for help. You couldn't do it first. You couldn't do it the second time, and you asked for help, and everything ended up as it should be always. So again, thank you very much to you both for being here. And for everyone, thank you very much for watching the video and see you in the next one. So that's it.
All right.
Very good job, guys. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
good. I hope you cut this video down to like 5 minutes so people actually have have the patience to watch it.
No, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will because it's really interesting. At least for real enthusiasts of aviation, this has to be a very good video. I'm sure. I don't know if everyone will watch it till the end or if they will watch it entirely, but it is because it's been a pleasure to do it with you. Really, we've been here for 1 hour already, and it's been so cool.